All right.
Okay, we
Welcome.
ready?
Yeah, welcome.
Okay.
Thanks for sitting down and doing this with us
Oh,
this
absolutely.
morning. Um, Go ahead and introduce yourself
Yes,
and tell us a little bit about your guitar story, your guitar journey, and we'll go
absolutely.
from there.
That's very good. Well, first of all, my name is Bill Ward. I'm from Sacramento, California, and I've actually been a guitar player all my adult life. I actually started as a teenager and have enjoyed playing all kinds of music, with one exception. I I really wasn't didn't feel like I could ever learn jazz or specifically gypsy jazz. And gypsy jazz was the magic sound that actually encouraged me to really try to get a handle on this kind of music. And it's so fun. And I've taken a number of Yakov's courses, Yakov, and I've just been, you know, so enthused by your passion for teaching and your enthusiasm, your detail in terms of um, going through the different courses, and in particular these creative improv courses. I think I've taken three, or at least three of them now, and each time I go through it I learn new things and new tools, and it reinforces what I've learned before. So those courses, along with the online courses I have taken, have really given me a good foundation in terms of how to approach this kind of music. I've still got a long ways to go, but I feel very comfortable now in approaching any kind of a song. When I find songs I like, and I get the basic melody in my head, I feel comfortable now. You know, I put the chord progression together, and I can use the tools that I've learned, the triads, how to use triads, halftone approaches, tone above, and basically it gives me a feeling of confidence knowing that I can basically approach any one of these jazz standards now, gypsy jazz standards in particular, that I like, and I've basically been able to not master, but have a pretty good what I think is a good sounding improvisation over the progression. And I never would have had that if I hadn't come across Yakov's courses, and in particular these creative improv courses. Like I said, I've been through three of them now.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah. Um, so I want to let's rewind a little bit. Let's go back before your first time through the CIBM process, and tell us about improvisation. What did improvisation mean to you? What did improvisation look like to you when you approached it before?
Before my courses,
Yes.
basically, I didn't really know how to approach it. I mean, I could just by uh, rudimentary is all I could do in terms of hitting some melody notes. But you know, once I went through the CIBM courses, I began to understand how to make nice sounding melodic lines, and that I never would have had that capability before the courses. So the things, you know, the tools that I've, and some of them are pretty simple. They're not that complicated. But if you're not aware of them, you just I never would have thought how important it could be just to approach, using halftone approaches or tone above, real simple things, and really make a nice sounding, melody line over the song that you're interested in doing. So, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
that was a real eye opener for me to be able to do that in such
Yes.
a simple
Yes.
way.
So what what was your overall feeling about your playing then before enrolling in CIBM?
I I I didn't really feel like I could develop or I could play very nice melodic lines. I basically stuck to my vocals and my, rhythm playing more than anything else. And it was only after I went through some of these courses that I started feeling confidence. And, I can make a nice melodic line over the song. And so it was a real eye opener for me, to understand how to approach that and do that. So.
Bill, was there anything that kept you on the fence before joining CIBM? When maybe you learned about it seeing it online or hearing it from a friend, and when you heard about it, was there any apprehension of jumping into the course?
No, not really. I mean, I felt like I had reached a point where I really wanted to try to incorporate this kind of music into my playing, and I can still remember the very first course and how I kept. First of all, I appreciated Yakov's enthusiasm, his passion for this music, and also his passion for teaching and sharing this kind of music. So to me, that was, that hooked me right there. So at that point, I began taking more of his other courses, online courses, but I really have enjoyed these live courses because they really provide you the incentive, enthusiasm to push forward, and they've been extremely helpful for me in terms of my playing and development.
Yes, yes. All right. You mentioned earlier in this conversation you've done this course multiple times. Tell us about that. What made you come back again?
Well, what made me come back again was I remember the first one, and I basically um, as I started, once I got through the first course, and I listened to my playing and how much it had improved on the one song that I had chosen. I was ready to move on to do it again. And each time I have done it, I have learned more in terms of how to approach any song for the first time, and basically felt really comfortable about what I had learned, and what the sound of my how my soloing had improved. So basically it was, and I think the good thing about the live sessions is that it really provides you a lot of incentive in terms of wanting, to make sure you understand, and more improvement, to work hard to to take what Yakov has to offer in each course. And so anyway,
Yes.
when there's another one, I'll be ready for it.
Yeah, Bill, we always enjoy having you as part of the crew,
Yes.
and appreciate your participation in it. It's
Oh,
always good to
sure.
see familiar faces come back. Um, Tell us about how you learned bef- before CIBM, and now how you learn after CIBM. What is your what was and what is your process?
Well, before the improv courses, to be honest with you, I didn't really
Didn't
I
have a
wasn't really
process.
yeah, I didn't really have a good process. I didn't have a good process, and for the most part, in my music, I concentrated more on playing with my band, doing vocals and rhythm guitar more than anything else. And it was really only until I basically went through the first course that I began to understand how to approach any song with the chord progression and knowing the basic melody of the song, and how I could basically enhance it just with such simple things that I learned in the courses.
Yeah, yeah. So you didn't have a process, and this course has allowed you the opportunity to develop a process, right?
Absolutely. In
And
fact, just right.
as you hear us
Yeah,
say so many times in there, trust the process, right?
right. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. And
absolutely.
at this point, my only challenge is I have too many songs in front of me that I would like to apply this process to now. But anyway, I feel comfortable that I can do it. You know, whereas before I really didn't have a clue. To be honest with you.
You've done this multiple times, so this might be a little tricky to narrow down to maybe one single thing, but if you could maybe reduce it down to one or very few things of nuggets that have had the biggest impact on your playing since you've gone through these courses.
Well, I would say that certainly the nuggets that I have learned are very important. Are you know, it's, first of all, you have to understand the chord progression very, you know, very clearly. Just initially it was a challenge just to keep the form of the song, but I feel pretty good about that now, and I know how important it is to um, make sure that I in general try to use the closest note at chord changes, you know, and then also how important it is, you know, to use. I mean, there's simple things that I learned that have been extremely helpful to me are, you know, just uh, half tone approaches and tone
Sure,
approaches, real
sure.
simple melodic ideas. And it's amazing to me what I've learned is how good you can make a simple um, progression sound by using the notes around the triad, or in some cases the arpeggio as well. And so
Yeah,
those are probably the most important things that I have learned.
that's
And
great, Bill. I love that you keep saying you've got these really simple ideas that you've been able to transform into to really solid musical ideas. That seems to be a theme of what you've gathered from
absolutely,
going through this.
that's been it in
That's
a
great.
nutshell.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think, you know, the other part of it again is Yakov has made the course uh, so fun in terms of his passion for the music and his desire to share it like he has. So I mean,
Yes, yes.
that's what kept me in all of his courses. And again, seeing my own progress, which in improvising now is I'm just having fun with it. You know, that's what it's all about.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. And to have fun with this, you want to learn more, and you want to you know take in more and expand more. And when you have something a process you can lean on and that you enjoy doing, then the sky's the limit, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I'm familiar with you because I've worked with you multiple times through these various courses, and I've seen your improvement. But let's tell us, what do your band members think about your playing?
Oh, they think it's great. I have a fiddle player who is extremely talented, and he and I are actually kind of leading the effort to incorporate this music into our band's music. And you know, he's just thrilled that you know, we've done I Can't Give Anything But Love and Together, and his it's just been a lot of fun for both of us. So anyway, they're excited about it, and in particular, my fiddle player is especially, he's got a natural talent for this kind of music and can play almost right off the top of his head. But anyway, he's excited about it, and so I'll be talking to him later, and I'll share with him the results of our little get together today. So
Yeah, yeah. So I see it, you see it, your band members see it. These all positive things, right?
absolutely, absolutely.
Excellent, excellent. Uh, so what would your advice be to somebody who is looking to get on board with this process, but maybe they're a little apprehensive. They're on the fence about taking the plunge and doing a CIBM and working with us and digging in deeper to this improvisation process.
Well, I would say don't hesitate. Like I said, I've been involved with Yakov's courses for a few years now, and he's by far the best teacher of gypsy jazz and that includes his regular online classes plus his live session, and they will inspire you, and you'll learn so much. You'll be surprised at how fast you can learn how to approach any song, basically any of these gypsy jazz.
Yeah. Great. Great. Bill, I gotta ask, were there any additional benefits that you didn't maybe foresee coming into this process? Things that you that have transformed in your playing that you didn't even consider?
Um, well, I think uh, it, it just it just gave me an opportunity to expand my repertoire quite a bit from what I've played all kinds of music, and but again, I didn't feel like I could really accomplish that in this genre, but I have now. I feel comfortable that I can move forward and continue to develop, and there's still a lot more to learn, obviously. Um, but I think the main thing was just having the confidence to approach this kind of music, and not being afraid of it.
Yes. Building confidence and jumping into it.
Yeah,
Great. That's great. This is definitely intimidating music to jump
yeah.
into.
It's been intimidating in the past, but with Yakov's style of teaching and his passion for it, um, and how he can simplify things, that's it gives you a feeling of confidence. Yeah, I can do this.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. It's nice to have somebody in your corner rooting for you like that too, and giving you the direction. That's great, Bill. Now, we're coming to the end of our meeting here today, but before we do that and we say our goodbyes, Bill, is there anything else you would like to add um, to anybody watching this today?
Um, well, I would just say that if you've ever thought that this kind of music was outside your capability, um, then Yakov's coaching, Yakov's lessons, online lessons, are what I definitely recommend going ahead and going for it, because um, I've never been one big on theory or anything like that too, but I've he makes it simple and easy to learn, progress, and on how to do this kind of music and make it sound good. And it's very exciting. It's been exciting for me to see what I've been able to learn over the last few years with his courses.
It is exciting, and it's been great to see you go from that first session and work with you to where you're at right now. I was just reviewing some of your videos, and you are a different player, and that's great. That's really great to see, and I see it. I know Yakov sees it. You see it. Your band members see it. So
Yes, yes,
it's out there that this process has definitely added to your playing, but also when we have that sort of a process and we're able to expand that it expands our joy with the music too, right? We're not just trying
absolutely.
to
I've,
figure out
I've had
how everything works.
right. I've had just so much fun with it, and like I said, it's giving me more enthusiasm to keep going. Keep
Yes,
at it.
yes, I love it. I love it. Bill, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate you making the time to have a chat this morning, and we absolutely all wish you the best on your continued journey with this music, and look forward to seeing you again here in the future.
Okay. I look forward to it too, Michael, and thanks for your part in it as well. And again, thanks to Yakov for all of his efforts in his teaching and his passion for it. And
Our
to make
pleasure. Our pleasure. Really, we love doing this with you guys.
yeah. All righty.
Bill, thanks again so much for your time. Um, we'll see you soon.
Okay, Michael. Thanks a lot. You have a good one.